¿Qué tal? Bienvenidos. Welcome to a new episode of Verido Technologies. In this episode, we are gonna be building a Bitcoin visualizer. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna start with a new project and we're gonna upload it to GitHub. So I'm gonna do some change. Gonna go to my GitHub page and we're gonna create a new project. It's gonna be called Bitcoin Visualizer. It's gonna be public. We're gonna add Node.js as our no license. We're gonna clone a project. We're gonna open it on Visual Studio. So we need to open the project and we're gonna be using terminal for this. So to enter the project, we're gonna open the folder cd Bitcoin visualizer and we're gonna create a new React project. We're gonna add the following command and we're gonna change the name to Bitcoin we're gonna enter the project I'm gonna start a project. So we have the project initiated over here. So what I'm gonna be doing is that gonna install a package called MUI. And I need to install the following packages. Now, gonna go to the app.js and I'm gonna delete all this. And it should be empty. Now, gonna the first that I'm gonna be doing is that I am going to have a big title that says Bitcoin price. So we're gonna start with creating a background using Box. Box is not defined. Now I have the black background that I want. Next, we need to add a title. When you are using MUI, you need to use a different type of title. So instead of using H1 directly, you add something called typography. So typography variant H1, and I'm gonna change it to this is fine. Now I want to have the actual price display. And we're gonna add it over here. Current price. Now we need to get the data. And we're gonna be using is that we're gonna be using Bybit API to get the current price. To get the current price of Bitcoin, first we need to get the current price of Bitcoin, and you do it by getting a K line. So what we are gonna be doing is gonna be making an API call, and we're gonna get the price. Okay, we can get the price directly because of course policy. So we need to create an API to actually get the price. So what we're gonna be doing is that we're gonna create a web server to get the current price. So we're gonna create a new folder. It's gonna be called Bitcoin backend, and we are gonna create a Node.js application that works as backend, and then we're gonna get the price of Bitcoin. Then our frontend is gonna get the data from the backend, and we're gonna display it. And for that, we need a library called Express.js. So we're gonna be going to our backend, cd bitcoin backend ls, and we're gonna install Express.js. We're gonna run server.js. Let's see the response. It says that we already have an application already in use. We're gonna be running on 501, and let's see what does it say. Okay, we got it. Hello from Express.js. So what we need to be doing right now is that we're gonna be creating a request from here that is gonna be calling the Bybit API. So this is our get request Bitcoin price. And it's gonna make a public request to the Bybit API. We need to install Axios and we need to install Cores. Okay, fail to fetch Bitcoin price. Error fetching BTC price, request failed with status code 404, meaning that we got the wrong keyline. We're gonna be doing something different. We're gonna install the I'm gonna start the server again. Symbol BTC USDT price 114.1800. Okay, we got the JSON. Now we can go to our backend, to our frontend, and we're gonna be using, instead of this, we're gonna be calling we got a price right over here. I'm gonna be giving it a little bit of definition. Current price $114,885. Now, this still looks a little bit ugly. So now what we're gonna be focusing is how do we present this information on a nice and visually appealing manner. But we got the bare bones, we got the structure that we want, we got the front end, we got the back end, and we got the price and how we can get the price. So what we need to be adjusting right now is trying to make this as visually appealing as possible. But this is something that we're gonna be discussing on our next episode. We're gonna be focused on how to make this visually appealing. So I'm just gonna commit the project. Okay. So our first commit was push, and now on the next episode we're gonna be focused on how to make this project as visually appealing as possible.